What's up, guys? Drone worship in your face. And the first thing I want to say is, first of all, Merry Christmas to all of you. I came home to quite a treat. Seafood, lobster tail, and this thing sitting on the countertop when I got back from work. The girlfriend obviously decided to treat me to a nice Christmas gift here. I had been wanting a travel-friendly drone for a while, and I've always respected the Phantom 3 Standard and the DJI Spark for numerous reasons. Number one, they're Wi-Fi, and neither of them have restrictions. Unlike a lot of the newer DJI products, these really don't have too many restrictions. Now, not to say you can't remove the restrictions, but out of the box, they don't come with restrictions, basically. This was going for $287, $282 at Target, and so under $300 for the Fly More package. So we decided to get it, so I thought it would be fun, even though this has been done a million times to do an unboxing. It's brand spanking new, it hasn't been touched yet, and it was going to be this or the Unique Breeze, and we decided on this. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it open on camera here. Sorry if the table moves around. My guinea pig is currently being very, very, very active at the moment. So, but I'm excited. I have always wanted a Spark. I decided to wait until they were way more affordable, because if you remember, the original release price of the Spark was $600. I believe it was $699, almost $700 for the Spark. And now, over the past year, it has come down to under $300 with the controller. So I would say this is a good deal. So let's see if we can open this on camera here. Alright, let's get a pull. Oh, it doesn't want to come out, huh? It's going to be stubborn. There's part of it. I don't know what part. That's part of it. Here is a case. Oh, that's nice. It comes with a little foam case that says DJI on it. And a container. So we'll go ahead and set this aside. I think we'll go ahead and start with what I'm assuming is the drone itself here. This should be the Spark. I don't see anything crazy to... Oh, there we go. And there she is, the DJI Spark. This drone is currently about a year old now, coming into 2019. And what do we got here? Oh, extra props, okay. So that's actually a decent little carrying case. Not sure I like the principle of foam. I'm going to order a case to carry this around. But, you know, this actually has most of the functionality of the larger platforms now. If you guys happen to be thinking about running Litchi, which is a third-party app, it does have waypoints and all of the extra stuff that the big birds have now on Litchi. So if they don't offer it with the DJI Go 4 app or 3, whatever it is, the DJI Go app for Phantom 4 and above drones. Most of those, if you purchase Litchi, which is $9.99, I think, for Litchi app, third party, you get all of the features of the big ones. This only shoots in 1080. This obviously has some clear on the front. That would be the gesture camera, or the gesture sensor, I should say. So I want to say this is 2-axis with stabilized. That's pretty cool. Wow. That's actually a little more rugged than I thought it was going to be. It's heavy, I'm not going to lie. Let's put this on the scale real quick. I'm curious to know what this weighs out of the box. We're going to do a complete unboxing here. I never looked into this stuff, so let's go ahead and zero out my scale. We're going to read this in grams. So 0.0. 304 grams. This thing actually has a decent amount of weight to it. Surprising. 304 grams ready to go. And looks like the battery's in it. I've got all these little warnings and all this kind of stuff here. So let's see how the battery's removed. Do we pinch or push? There we go. Okay, pinch and push. Gotcha. I'm not sure I like those little clips. Size is the battery here. It comes in at lithium-ion polymer. It's the same lithium-ion polymer. It's the same setup as the Bebop 2 batteries run on. And let's see, 1400 mAh, 11.4. Interesting. All right, so It's a 3S, but it's running a 11.4 volts instead of 11.1 volts. That's interesting. So it's like a high-back battery. That should just slide right back in here like it came out. If I'm doing something wrong here, let me know. Oh, there we go. Okay. That makes a little more sense now. Beautiful. All right, that's in there good. So, 1080p. Looks like we got some lights on here, quick charge cable, and I thought that you were able to charge this on the fly. Oh, yes you can. You can charge this on the fly. So if you had a power bank, you could plug into this, I guess, and you could charge the battery through a power bank, or in your car you could just plug right in through what looks like OTG or micro USB. That's what it looks like it takes. Your SD card slot goes back here. These are quick detach props, which I'll have to read about. I don't want to mess with things I don't understand yet. So, Dustin did a really good review on this. He did a 4-mile flight with this. It looks like it's got optical flow. I'm going to have to read up what these sensors are. As you guys know, I'm not a huge DJI fan, but I did love the way this looked, and I thought this would be great for traveling. It's extremely friendly look for traveling. So we do a lot of vlogging and stuff like that, and I wanted something that we could take on our trips that wasn't going to take up a ton of space, and I think that's what this really is. So there's a couple things that irritate me, and I think I can change the top of this to a different color. I've always hated that DJI likes to go gray and white, which matches the sky. I never really like that, so I will probably end up changing the cover to this to a more radical color, and I might even paint the battery like orange or something. I know it's going to look kind of silly, but man, will it really help see it if you start losing it in the sky. So let's go ahead and put this up. We'll go ahead and open the case, put this away. I want to have a look at the controller, make sure it's going to fit my big phone. Put all that back in there, close the top, set that aside. This is probably the charge cables for it. Man, I love getting my hands on new drones. Not that I don't have enough of them already, but I love touching new drones. This is what clearly looks like a massive information packet in here. Holy cow. Okay. Wow. Gotcha. Alright, so I'm going to have to read into those. There are quite a few packets there. We'll get into that here in a bit. Oh, look, here's more. Holy mackerel. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. OTG cable. I assume that's for charging and plugging into the transmitter. Is this not going to open? I have to open this from the bottom or the back? Alright, well let's do that then. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so yeah, OTG cable for charging. So, charger, all that good stuff. Let's see what we got going on here. I assume this is the transmitter. Alright. Let's set this aside for now. I've always wanted to hold one of these. Man, there are stickers all over this thing. Let's go ahead and set these apart. For those of you that are having signal range problems, I can tell you right now, parabolic dish will definitely help your setup and simplify life. Man, this is really interesting. Huh. Don't really understand the setup here, but whatevs. I do have a parabolic dish that I'm going to be sliding over this so that we can get some serious range out of this. This doesn't feel chintzy by any means. These sticks and everything feel really, really good. These feel extremely solid. They're very heavily spring-loaded, though. I'm not sure I would want them that heavy spring-loaded. Looks like this also charges on micro USB or OTG cable. So, alright, I don't want to break anything, Dan. Don't be breaking things. Let's see, how does this pop out? Is there a release button? I don't want to be yanking and pulling on things. Sport mode. Oh, that's easy. You can flip in between sport mode and not. Alright, well, I have no idea how to open these and I don't want to break them. I assume they would just... Oh, there we go. Okay. I didn't think I was breaking things, but I just wanted to make sure. Alright, so, cool. And I hate worrying about breaking stuff. So let's see if these open far enough to hold a crappy phone, or a massive phone, I should say. Let's see, this is a very large phone here with a busted screen, but it is big. Let's see what we got here. Is this going to be able to handle this? It's a pretty big phone. It's a big one. I don't know. That's a fairly large device. Okay, so to be decided. I wonder what happens when these rubber things wear out. Are those replaceable parts? Well, that's a very large device, and it doesn't seem to want to take a phone this large. It looks like it will, with a little bit of work, maybe. It might hold it. Let's see if I can move one of these arms out of the way. Get this centered on one side, and then go from there. Is that going to be possible? Oh my god, it really does not want to have a phone this big in there. Okay, alright, well, I got it for the most part. But I'll tell you what, it really does not like having a phone that size in there. That is a big, big phone. Okay, so this is really designed for smaller devices. It'll fit, but it really doesn't like it, so. Okay, well that's good to know. Medium-sized phones, guys, if you're going to be using this. Oh, let's go ahead and open this up. Really? They put a sticker just across there. So it looks like you got some dedicated buttons here, dedicated video, dedicated camera buttons. I have no idea what this does yet without some reading. I assume this is gimbal controls, which feels really good, actually. Feels like you could be graceful with it if you wanted to. It's a very light-duty spring inside there, which is good and bad. It may wear out fast. Dedicated return to home button, dedicated power button. Not sure what FN is. Pause, most likely, is stop your flight and pause it. Like I said, I love the fact that it just gives you a quick sport mode, so you can just boom, right into sport mode and go. That's pretty savage, honestly. So, alright, well, let's put these down. Super cool. That is the first look at the DJI Spark, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of reading, and we'll get this thing in the air. My girlfriend is amazing. I paid for it. She went and picked it up. So, super, super cool. I was at work and the deal was almost over, and these things were selling out like hotcakes at Target. They were just going really, really fast for that price. So I managed to get her down there and pick one up for me, and she was nice enough to do that. So I've got some reading to do, but that's the first look at the DJI Spark on my channel. As you guys know, I'm going to put it through some pretty rigorous testing. We're going to have some fun. We're going to see what it's really capable of, especially after a parabolic dish. I'm going to look into the current mods that are out for this drone, because I'm sure after a year there have been some major upgrades that people have figured out from here, and it should be a lot of fun. So, drone worship, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. I hope all of you got what you wanted, and I'm out of here. To the real.